Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review. Today we're unboxing a very interesting set of things that I got from Severin Films, who released a movie that I never thought would ever get an actual legit Blu-ray release. But here we have it. I am talking about Cruel Jaws. Now for those of you who don't know what this movie is, this is essentially a Jaws ripoff from Italian master of schlock Bruno Mattei, who made numerous Italian ripoffs of big budget Hollywood films back in the day. And in the early 90s he did one called Cruel Jaws, which isn't even just like a Jaws ripoff. Like, it is in that it rips off like scenes and plot from that movie, but it actually like literally rips footage from the Jaws films and other shark movies. Which is why I thought this was impossible that this could ever be released, because even Scream Factory tried releasing this, and they ended up canceling that release because they're like, we can't release a movie that has unlicensed footage in it. But Severin did it. Now this is the limited edition slipcover that was exclusive to the Severin website and was only available to pre-order for a week. That includes the unmarketable title that was used in some foreign markets for the movie, Jaws 5. Which is even crazier. I can't believe that this exists. This is amazing that I have a Blu-ray that says Jaws 5 on it. And the best part is, Severin went even further with this release and created merchandise for the movie, including a novelization. Which, of course, I had to get that. I got the bundle, the Cruel bundle, as it's called, with the limited edition slipcover version and the novel, and I had to get this. Jaws is my all-time favorite movie, and like I mentioned, literally in the last video that I did, that I have a lot of nostalgic affection for the Jaws sequels. I loved the franchise as a kid. I watched the movies all the time, and I was always curious about a Jaws 5. I was always looking up information about one, and I would always come across this movie, Cruel Jaws, because it was marketed as Jaws 5 in some areas, and I always wanted to pick it up. I knew it wasn't legit or official, but to me it was like, oh, there's kind of a Jaws 5 out there? I want that. I want to get that. And I always was looking at those crappy bootleg DVDs, the ones that like only had the Japanese subtitles on them or whatever, and I vividly remember this artwork in particular, so I always wanted to get a copy, and I never did. And now I have, and it's like a legit Blu-ray release, which is more insane. So let's open this up and take a closer look. Alright, so you got the front right here. Again, I just love that artwork. This is so over the top, but it's great. Then you got the back there. Pretty simple back cover. Almost looks like the back of a VHS, actually. It's kind of cool. Now, the spine, Jaws 5, Cruel Jaws. Kind of nuts. Now, the slipcover is actually like really tightly on here. It actually takes a lot of effort to kind of pull it off, which is interesting. So underneath you have the standard artwork. This is the artwork without the unofficial title, just the normal title. Still uses the Jaws font though, which I still can't believe they got away with that. The fact that this just is the Jaws font. It looks like a Jaws movie even without the title saying Jaws 5. But this is the normal edition, the cover that you can get anywhere. You can even buy this on Amazon, which is just nuts that you can buy this Blu-ray on Amazon. I think that's just wild. Anyway, the back there, all the info and stuff. There's actually like a decent amount of bonus features on here. You do have two cuts of the movie, the home video version and the Snyder cuts, because Bruno Mattei directed this movie under a pseudonym, which was William Snyder. So they called this the Snyder cut. I love it. I love their sense of humor. Then you also have a couple cool bonus features right there. The Great White Way, a study in shark exploitation, and These Things Got Made, interview with an actor who was in the movie. Pretty sweet. Got the spine right there. Pretty nice. Then inside there you got the disc. Take a closer look at that. There we go. Pretty nice. And yeah, this is a really nice looking release. Yeah, what else I love about this artwork, adding to the fact that they just up and use the Jaws font, is that the spine is the red font against whites, and that matches the other Jaws Blu-rays, because in the last pickup video I did, I picked up Jaws 2 and Jaws the Revenge for this exact reason as I was getting this, so I can have the complete set with all the films there, and just look at that. Even like have the image of the shark on top,
kind of matches the other covers. And it's just wild how it matches exactly. Even with the Jaws 5 slipcover, it matches, which is fantastic. I love that this is how this is gonna look on my shelf. It's just great. I think it's just the craziest thing. I friggin' love that. So now let's take a look at the novelization right there. I love how this is set up, like it looks like an old school novelization, even up to the fact that it says, now a sensational motion picture. So I love the look of this book. It's fantastic. It's written by author Brad Carter. Just the back there. On the inside there. Pretty nice. I actually can't wait to read this because from what I heard, the author Brad Carter, after he watched Cruel Jaws, he was taken aback by the lack of gore and like nudity that you would normally see in a Bruno Mattei film. So he added a lot more into this novel. So there's a lot more violence and sex and drugs in this novel, which is exciting. The fact that this is going to be more sleazy than the movie. So I love that. I think that's really great. And also what I love about this, adding to just my love of the Jaws franchise, I own the other Jaws novels. So of course you have Jaws, the novel by Peter Benchley that the movie is based off of. Then you have the novelization of Jaws 2. And then you have the novelization of Jaws: The Revenge. Now these two novelizations are interesting in themselves. I actually really want to do videos on these at some point because they're really unique in that the Jaws 2 one is based off an entirely different screenplay than the one used for the movie. And the Jaws: The Revenge one adds a bunch of subplots to make sense of all the nonsense and ridiculousness that's in the script for the movie. So these are really fascinating things I want to talk about eventually. But what I love is that even though these are very yellowed compared to this, the cover art does kind of match. It still has that kind of white cover art, and they all kind of go together like that, which is pretty nice. Like I said, ignore the fact that these are yellow, but still. So I love that I get to add Cruel Jaws to my Jaws novel collection. I think that's fantastic. So yeah, one more look at the novel right there. Pretty nice. Love it. Just think it looks so cool. And then the limited edition Jaws 5 slipcover. Pretty nice. Yeah, this is just a fantastic looking release.
So that's the Cruel Jaws Blu-ray from Severin Films, the limited edition slipcover, and the novelization. Just an awesome looking release. I still can't believe that I own this. I've never been so excited to own trash, but I am. I'm really pumped to finally check this movie out, finally give it a watch. I've heard good things about the Blu-ray itself, from the picture quality. That really makes it seem like it's a worthwhile release that's definitely worth having. Especially if you're a Jaws fan, or if you're a fan of just Italian schlocky horror movies. These seem like they're definitely worth getting. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.